Once upon a time, nah, scratch that, we ain't doing no dusty medieval scroll intro. Let's fast forward to a big OL mansion tucked up in the hills, where a girl named Snow was living her best soft girl life. Snow White wasn't just pretty, she was stupid gorgeous, like IG model but naturally. No filters needed, eyelashes for days, and curls that bounced like they had a personal hype crew. But in the same house lived her stepmom, Queen Ivana, plastic perfection, face tighter than a drum, ego bigger than her closet of designer heels. This lady would literally sprint to the mirror every morning with a green juice in hand like, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, am I still the baddest of them all?" And for years, that mirror was like, "Yep girl, you slay." But then, one fine Tuesday, the mirror hesitated. You're cute or whatever, but Snow White got you beat now." Ivana froze, jaw dropped, green juice spilled all over her $12,000 rug. "What do you mean, Snow? I made that girl cute." She snapped at the mirror, like it was the mirror's fault she skipped leg day. And from that second, Queen Ivana had Snow on her villain to-do list. Plotting, scheming, and one trash plan. Ivana hired this SUS dude, Huntrick. The kind of guy who wears sunglasses inside and says trust me way too much. "I need you to take Snow on a lil hike," she purred, "and, make sure she don't come back." Huntrick, who really just wanted to keep his paycheck, dragged Snow out into the deep woods, but once they got there, the dude froze like a dollar store action figure. Snow was like, "Why you look stressed, bro? Need a Snickers?" Huntrick broke real fast. "She wants you gone," he blurted. "Your stepmom's jealous and I ain't trying to catch a murder charge. Run, seriously, be a track star." Snow didn't even argue, girl took off sprinting like she was trying to qualify for the Olympics. Huntrick dipped back home, hoping for the best. Snow was now officially homeless and freaked out. By the time Snow slowed down, night had pulled up like what's good. Woods were louder than she liked, owls hooting like they were starting beef. Stumbling through branches, she found a cute little cabin tucked under some pine trees. Lights off, door unlocked. Snow said to herself, "Okay, creepy cabin in the woods is probably how horror movies start, but also I'm tired." Inside, everything was tiny. Tiny table, tiny chairs, tiny snacks, like the whole place was designed by squirrels with a sense of interior style. Snow grabbed a snack, crashed across 3 mini beds at once, and knocked out. Early the next morning, stomping boots and grumpy voices filled the cabin. 7 little dudes rolled in, dusty from the mines, hard hats on, tiny steel toes. Each was built like a Funko Pop, but with more attitude. The leader yelled, "Man, who's this giant woman vibing on our beds?" Snow woke up confused but still fine as hell, and the dudes all suddenly got shy like middle school boys with crushes. She explained the whole stepmom wants me dead situation, and after a huddle like a basketball team calling a timeout, they were like, "Aight, you can stay, but chores, that's your rent." Snow agreed instantly, no hesitation. She started cooking, cleaning, organizing their socks by color. Those lil guys lived like kings after that. And they loved her, not on weird vibes, just wholesome little brother energy. They'd mine all day, then come home and Snow had the snacks ready like a sitcom mom. Queen Ivana asked her mirror again, praying Snow had become ugly overnight. The mirror? Snow's alive and living rent-free with 7 lil dudes in the woods. Ivana screamed like someone cancelled her Botox appointment. If she wanted something done right, she'd do it herself, because clearly hiring bargain bin henchmen wasn't cutting it. Ivana disguised herself as a sweet, lil old lady selling fruit, wrinkles on point, wig snatched, but not too snatched, voice all shaky like she needed a warm blanket. Snow was home alone, again. Dwarfs had warned her, like don't open the door for strangers, please we beg. But Snow had helper girl energy. She heard the knock and popped that door open like she forgot she was in a murder plot. Ivana handed her a shiny red apple, like cartoon shiny. "It's organic," she croaked. Snow bit into it because she trusted fruit too much. One chomp in, she dropped, eyes closed, like a Disney Channel dramatic faint. The apple rolled away like, mission accomplished. Ivana cackled so hard she almost popped a hip and bounced back to her mansion. Dwarfs came home, excited for lasagna night, and found Snow out cold. They tried everything, water splash, CPR, kind of, screaming wake up like she was late for school. Girl was out like a light. They refused to bury her, she looked too alive, too perfect. So they placed her in a glass casket like Sleeping Beauty vibes and took shifts guarding her like tiny security guards. They cried, they argued, they blamed themselves, whole friend group grieving arc. One day, a dude rolled up on a horse, Prince Julian, regular chill guy, messy curls, thrift shop jacket, skateboard strapped to the saddle like he was trying to be both cowboy and skater bro. He saw Snow in the glass case and asked the dwarfs, what happened to her? They explained everything, dramatic, with hand gestures. Julian stared at Snow like he'd just got hit by Cupid's Tesla. Can I dunno, help? He gently lifted her, hoping to carry her somewhere safer. And then, Snow coughed, the apple piece popped out like a choking hazard commercial. She gasped. What the hell, who are you people, why am I outside? Dwarfs cheered. Julian tried to look cool but failed. Snow saw the prince, instantly suspicious. Did you just kiss me? 'Cause that's weird behavior. He sputtered, red in the face. No kiss, I swear, you just, death spit the apple out. She wiped her mouth. Okay, 'cause boundaries. Julian nodded respectfully. Great recovery. Snow wasn't just relieved, she was pissed. Queen Ivana thought she ended her? Nah. Snow was ready to drop the soft girl act and pick up a whole new vibe. Julian promised to support her, dwarfs promised to roll up, too, tiny fists ready. Snow marched back to the mansion squad deep. Ivana was in front of her mirror again, bragging about her permanent victory, when the doors slammed open. Snow walked in like thunder. You tried to kill me because you're insecure? Get therapy. Ivana's jaw dropped. How are you? Snow shoved the cursed apple in her hand. Take a bite, babe. Ivana refused at first, but her ego couldn't handle being dared. She bit. Choked. Fainted dramatically, karaoke-level dramatic. Snow snapped her fingers. Guards escorted Ivana away to a place where mirrors weren't allowed. The mirror even sighed with relief. Thank God. Snow didn't want to stay in that stressful mansion. She moved into Julian's eco-friendly castle, but on her terms. She ran a business teaching self-love and independence. She made sure dwarfs had VIP rooms whenever they visited. She banned apples from the premises. Trauma is trauma. She kept her curls bouncing and her standards higher than rent prices. Julian never treated her like some trophy. He respected her hustle and hyped her every day like a supportive boyfriend should. And those 7 short kings? They mined enough gold to live comfy forever, started a themed Airbnb, got famous on TikTok mining dance trends. Snow White became the new queen, not the kind obsessed with mirrors, but the kind who looked out for everyone around her. She didn't win by being the prettiest. She won by learning her worth and cutting out toxic people, even if they shared her roof. And that, my friend, is how a once naive girl leveled up into the queen of her own damn story. The end. But really, it's just the beginning.